whole week wasn't bad, but it's not really a week I want to go back and repeat. Hey everyone, welcome back. This is my 24-week pregnancy update. The whole week wasn't bad, but it's not really a week I want to go back and repeat. Some traumatic events kind of occurred this week. So let me start at the beginning. I can't even really remember what happened at the beginning of my 24th week, but on Saturday and Sunday, I just was really tired, like just abnormally tired, and I had skipped one of my iron pills, but I didn't think it would make that much of a difference, you know. And yeah, so I was just sort of really fatigued and not feeling myself, and we went over to church on Sunday like we normally do, and it's about an hour 20 minute drive there. And on the way home that evening, I started to feel sick. Like, it came on really fast. And I have to preface this by saying that I have had stomach issues my entire life. Like, I don't remember there not being a time where I've had to be like aware of what I'm eating and like just careful. I tend to have like a dairy intolerance, and I'm just going to be careful about how much I have and when I have it and that kind of thing. And also if I get stressed, or yeah, if I get stressed, my stomach always plays up. So I'm used to dealing with tummy trouble. But I started feeling really ill on the way home, and it was raining, it was dark, we were in the middle of nowhere, and I was so sick. I was so sick. It is not an experience I ever want to go through again. Yeah, it was horrible. Poor Jack was traumatized because his mama just couldn't talk. I couldn't talk. I was just totally focused on getting home, and yeah, it was horrible. So we got home, and I was not in a good way. Shane got the kids off to bed. We got home around, it was almost 9 o'clock, I think. It was like 8:30, 9 o'clock, which is late for us to get home on a Sunday. And I kind of got in the house and went and took a shower because I was freezing cold. I think I was just sort of like in shock from feeling so ill. I was freezing cold, had a shower, and then I continued to just be sick for the next 2 hours-ish. And what the biggest issue wasn't just that I was ill, which it seemed like food poisoning at the time, but I'll talk more about that in a minute. It was more that I had like quite bad pelvic pain that weekend. Well, this just exacerbated it. Like, it is the worst I have ever experienced. It was horrible. It was to the point where I, like, standing up was just too much. I couldn't do it. It was so painful. And that night I kind of fell asleep half sitting up in bed, and I kept my robe on because I was cold. And Shane came to bed, and I kind of woke up at the time, and I needed to take my robe off because I'd gotten too warm, and I couldn't sit myself up. Like, the pain was just too much. So Shane had to like sit me up, help me get my robe off, and then get me in position to go back to sleep. And I didn't sleep very well that night because of the pain. Every tiny little movement was like shards of glass all through my pelvis. It was so bad. And the next day I kind of hobbled through to the lounge, and Shane was like, do you want me just to stay home? And it was really sweet that I didn't have to ask that of him. He just preempted it and knew I needed it, and he stayed home, sent me back to bed. I spent like the entire Monday in bed pretty much. I didn't really get out much at all. And he took care of everything, which was such a blessing. And I needed it because the next day I had zero pelvic pain. I felt so much better. In fact, I think I even texted my mum and said, this is the most pain-free I've been in months. Like, it was so good. So that happened. However, the tummy troubles continued, and actually we've had, like, Shane's not been well. Annie hasn't been that well. One of Shane's co-workers like called in today saying he was sick. So I think there's obviously something going around, and I think I just reacted to it a little bit more because maybe because of my history of having a sensitive tummy, maybe because I'm pregnant. But I was sick again last night, like really ill, and I just was like crying on the couch because this pregnancy's been hard. Like, it's just been one thing after another, and I get really frustrated with the tummy stuff because it's out of my control, and like I just never know what really causes it, and you know, is it a stomach bug, is it just me, is it the pregnancy? And so I was just feeling really frustrated, and I'm not feeling 100% today. Like I'm okay, I'm functioning and everything, but I just feel like blah, like a little bit nauseous, and I don't really want to eat much. So there's all that. But the week hasn't been terrible. Like I've gotten things done. I have made some progress on the nursery. I put up her gallery wall, which I'm so in love with. We're reusing a lot in her bedroom that we've used between the other two children, but it's still going to be very much her own room, like her own style. And we are adding, obviously, touches that are just hers. But it's been nice to be able to reuse stuff because obviously we're not having to spend very much money. So I've done that this week, and I don't think I've bought anything this week really for her. No, I don't think so. So yeah, just like organizing stuff. But I've obviously had to take it quite slowly because I haven't been feeling the best, and having to rest quite a bit. So all that going on. One thing I am grateful for is that she's still been moving around tons, because I don't know about other mamas, but when I am stressed or sick, I worry about the baby, you know, you just do. And so I've been happy that the stress my body's been going under hasn't stressed her out. She's still moving around, kicking around, happy as Larry. Her movements are still pretty gentle, but I'm feeling them a lot. So that's lovely. I don't think I see my midwife until next Tuesday. So not this Tuesday coming, but the following. So this, and then I think after that it might be every 2 weeks, which is crazy. I can't believe we're coming up to that already. The one blessing as well is that my acid reflux has actually died down. I think the rest of my digestive system is just like shot and it doesn't know what's going on. So, but the acid reflux hasn't been a big deal this week, so I don't know what's going on there. But that's that, and I don't really think of any other like major pregnancy symptoms. I've definitely been more hormonal and more like tearful, but again that could just be from not feeling that great. I don't know. I feel ginormous. Like I just feel so huge, and I can't imagine myself getting bigger. And I know that's very cliche to say, but I didn't feel that so much with my other kids. This one I just feel big, and I can tell it's my third pregnancy, and with it being so challenging, it's kind of just confirming even more why I want to be finished. You know, like, yes, 100% it will be worth it, but I don't want to do this again. Like, I'm done. I'm content with 3 kids at this stage in life. You know, we might change our minds, but it would take a lot for me to change my mind at this point, because I'm so done. And I don't want to feel like this ever again, really. Which sounds terrible. So, I don't know. That's how I'm feeling at 24 weeks. If you've got any questions, leave them in the comments. Leave them, yeah, in the comments on my blog, in the comments on YouTube, wherever you're watching this. And I will do my best to respond. Otherwise, I will see you hopefully next week. And yeah, thank you for watching. Bye!